Welcome to this EdTech Teacher video tutorial for Evernote on the iPad. Once you install Evernote on the iPad, this is the first screen you will see. Now to get started, let's learn how to create an account on Evernote for the iPad. On the home screen, when you're new to this account, on the bottom of the page you'll see a Sign In or Create Account button. Click on the Create Account button and simply fill out this form. Once you've created a few notes within your Evernote for iPad app, this is what the general home screen will look like. From this screen, on the top menu bar, I've selected All Notes. All of my notes will be listed here. I can see the title of the note, a small amount of content, and then if there's any image within the note, I'll be able to see a small thumbnail of that note as well. Now let's move on to the next option in the top menu bar. Another way to sort all of your notes is to search by notebooks. Within the Evernote application, you can create as many notebooks as you would like, and then you can store your notes in specific notebooks. This is another way to organize yourself and easily find any of the notes you've made within the application. A third way to search your notes is by clicking on Tags across your top menu bar. Now, tagging your note is taking a particular keyword or key idea and associating it with any particular note you make. This way, you might have notes that are in multiple different notebooks, or notes that have similar content but are stored in various places, but these notes can all be tagged with the same word. When you search by tag, you can find these notes easily. One of the great features of Evernote is the ability to search within your notes. In the top right-hand corner of the Evernote homepage, you can see that there's a small search bar. By clicking on that search bar, you have the ability to search for specific words within your notes. In the next slide, you'll see how I've searched for one keyword, and you'll see what happens within my notes when that keyword is found within Evernote. So you can see across the top of the screen, I've searched one keyword to search all of my notes in Evernote. What Evernote will do, across the left-hand menu, it will pull up any note that has that keyword. If you click on any one of those notes, as I have here, I've clicked on the blue note that I've highlighted along the left-hand side of the page. Within the note on the right, anytime that keyword is found, the word will be highlighted. This gives you the ability to quickly search all of your notes for one particular word. Another great feature of Evernote with the iPad is the ability to take pictures of handwritten notes. As you can see here, I'm searching for a word that I know appeared somewhere in a picture note that I took when I added it to Evernote. And Evernote has the ability to find that word even though it's in handwritten text. You can see here I took a picture of a notebook and Evernote was able to find the keyword that I was searching for within all of my notes in the application. Now that you have a brief overview on how to search Evernote and the various ways to search for your notes, let's learn how to make notes within the application. In the bottom left-hand corner of the page, you can see a small button that says New Note. By clicking on New Note, you can begin the process of creating your first note within Evernote for the iPad. When your new note is created, the first thing you should do across the top of the note is give the note a title. After that, you should select which notebook you would like this note to be stored in. By default, Evernote will make you a notebook based on your username. But if you click on the small blue arrow to the right of the name of the notebook, you can create a new notebook or you can search for any notebook that you may have created at any other point. So at this point, it's up to you to determine what notebook you would like to store your note in. Now, along with naming and placing your note in a particular notebook, you have the ability to tag your note with any keywords. Now, tagging your note is a critical feature of Evernote. It allows you to add any number of individual words to the note, and later, as we described before in the tutorial, you can search all of your notes for particular tags or keywords that you've tagged onto your notes. So at this point, you can search for any tags that you may have used in the past, or you can simply add new tags to this note. Tagging is one of the critical features that you should absolutely take advantage of within the Evernote application. Along with adding text to any note within Evernote, you also have the ability to add multimedia, such as pictures and voice recordings. Now with the iPad 2, you can take pictures directly from the iPad and add those pictures to your Evernote note. On the iPad 1, you can select pictures from your camera roll, pictures that you may have found online. Now on the iPad 2, simply click on the camera within the Evernote app, take a picture, and you can add it to your note. From the iPad 1, click on the camera option and you can select a note from your camera roll. Now, if you would like it to add a picture that you found online, I'll demonstrate the example here. I've closed out the Evernote app and I've opened up my browser, which is Safari in this case. I've gone to Google and searched for EdTech Teacher and found the image I'd like to add. All I have to do is hold my finger down on EdTech Teacher until I get the option to save the image. Once the image is saved on my iPad, then when I go back to the Evernote application, I can add this image by clicking on the camera and selecting this image from my camera roll. Another great option within the iPad app is to add voice recordings. Across the top of your note, there's a small microphone. When you click on the microphone, you have the option to start recording your voice. When you record your voice within an Evernote note, you have a small voice recording that can be played back when you visit the note, or when the note is shared with someone via email from directly within the app, they have the ability to click play and hear the note recording that you left within the note. One additional piece that you can add to each note is a link to an external website. When editing your note, anytime you've added any text content, you can select that content and highlight it by holding down your finger on the text on the iPad. Then click on the button right in the middle of the page with an arrow pointing out. This button will allow you to add any website or URL you would like. When you save this, the text that you added will now be clickable and will redirect you to any website that you've added within the note. As you can see on my finished note here, I have a picture, I have typed text, and I have linkable text. Using all of these options, you can create extremely dynamic notes with not only typed text, but with any thoughts that you want to record by voice, any external websites you come across, or any images you'd like to add within your note. Along with creating notes in Evernote, you have the ability to share any note that you've created. From your home screen here, where I'm looking at all of my notes, I can click on any note that I'd like to share. Once you've selected your note, you will see all of your notes either on the left-hand side or across the top of the page, and then the note that you've selected will be in the majority of the page towards the right-hand side or on the bottom portion of your iPad screen. To share the note, simply click on the small button on the bottom of the screen that has an arrow pointing outwards from the note. When you click on this option, you have multiple choices for sharing your note. You can send the note to Facebook, to Twitter, you can email it to someone, or if you have the capability set up, you can print the note directly from your iPad. In most cases, we will be emailing our notes to individual recipients. You can try this out by clicking Email within the note, and you'll see that a page will pop up where you can enter any email address you'd like to share the note. Another option you have, besides sending one individual note, is to send multiple notes via email. From your home screen, in the top left-hand corner, click the Edit button. When you click the Edit button, then you can click on as many notes as you'd like. Try clicking on one or two of your notes, and they should highlight with a yellow border around them. Once the notes are highlighted, in the top right-hand corner of your page, you will see the same icon with the arrow pointing outwards from a box. If you click on that icon, you'll have the ability to share a number of notes through Facebook, Twitter, or email. This is the other option to share notes, and this option allows you to send more than one note from your account to another recipient. The last option that we'll cover is how to share notes to Evernote. Every time you create an Evernote account, there is an email associated with the account. To find this email, from your home screen, click on the small gear icon in the bottom right-hand corner of the page. When you click on this icon, you'll see one of the options under the Settings menu that says Evernote Email Address. Click on that option. When you click on that option, you will see a unique email address that has been created for this Evernote account. Anytime you come across information, whether you're in the Evernote application or from a desktop computer or from a smartphone, you can send any bit of information you'd like to your Evernote account by simply sending it to that email address. It might be helpful to add that email address to your contacts on the various devices you use throughout the day. I hope this tutorial has been helpful, and now you have a better understanding of all the applications and possibilities through the Evernote application for the iPad. Thanks for watching this EdTech Teacher video tutorial.